Hello, friends. This is the third in our series of video conversations about how to develop a healthy transition with a new leader. Today, I want to talk about being adaptable. I know, how many Methodists does it take to change a light bulb? Change? Adaptability is not something that comes easily to people. Sometimes church people are seen as the least adaptable people in our culture, which is amazing because people of faith, whatever your faith walk, are people of transformation and change. At the basis of every faith walk is that we want to be changing and transforming into a better version of ourselves, a more loving version of ourselves each and every day. That is change. Even so, adaptability is challenging because something about the human condition causes us to kind of like to stay the same, even if that same is not as good as we'd like to be. Adaptability is a foundational quality necessary for any kind of healthy transition. When a new leader arrives, they will change you. You will change them. Together, you will change your organization and the way in which you work and serve in the world together. And this is a good thing because when we encounter a different human being than we've worked with before, we have an opportunity to learn new things, to grow in new ways, to learn from them, and to even teach them. Adaptability is really important, particularly if you're on the paid staff with this new leader. Your job will change. The way you do your job will change. Some of the things the person asks of you will change. It may end up being that the things that are favored of you about your job are not the things that this person wants you to do. You'll have to adjust and adapt. And if it doesn't work out, you may be looking to serve elsewhere, and that's okay too. But initially, work on your own adaptability. I promise you, any healthy leader is also working on their adaptability. They wouldn't be coming to you, to this new place, to this new strange world, if they weren't prepared for a change. Likewise, just because you're on the receiving end in the world that you've known for a long time, it's time for you to prepare for a change. And that means being adaptable. If they ask you to try something new, get curious and try. Who cares? If they ask you to do something that's not within your value system, of course you're going to say, no. But that's not likely to happen. It's most often that we resist change simply because it's different than what's familiar to us. I invite you to just open up and say, just because it's unfamiliar doesn't mean it's a red light. Lots of unfamiliar things are new paths, new roads with lots of green lights along the way. So go ahead and start meditating now, reflecting now, journaling, talking about, praying about how you can be as adaptable as possible in the new world ahead as a new leader arrives. Believe me, there are divine gifts out there to help you. There are internal gifts that you have not yet accessed. There are traditions and experiences that you have accessed that you can live from and learn from so you can adapt. And if you start feeling resistance to being adaptable, think about some of the funnest changes in your life and how glad you are you adapted to them. The first time you got a pet, perhaps if you had the privilege of being a parent, the first time you changed a diaper and realized, I know how to do this. The first time you fed your baby, the first time you held a loved one's hand, the first time you started a new job that you loved. All of those required adaptability. And if you're like me, those were instances of adaptation that changed my life for the better forever. My hope is that this change will continue to change your life for the better. Imagine that, and adaptability will be much easier.